game models 3D.com, and you have also full access. Okay, what else is new? We talked about the Type 64, and I guess when the premium vehicle will be out there, it will be bought a lot of times. We will encounter it a lot in World of Tank Blitz. Also, a new thing Wargaming published on their Facebook website, Facebook page, is the new legendary suit for the legendary Badget 25T. A new tank that is coming with the French light tank line that is coming to us, probably in update 4.2. Of course, the Badget 25T isn't a light tank, that's a medium tank, but it's the end of the light tank line. I will have a look if the Badget is already out there. Let's have a look. New models. Here are all the French light tanks. So we have the Tier 2 Renault TR35, Renault R35, the R35. Don't mind the names here, it's not right. So it's the R35. That's a Tier 2. It's a whole new French line in the tag tree. All lights except for the Tier 10. I guess we wrote about it on our website. I will have a look. Those are the okay. First Chinese mean. Oh no, we didn't. We didn't write about it yet. That's why I wanted to show it in the stream first, so our viewers have the info first. Alright, so we have a whole new line for update 4.2. We are talking about update 4.2 about for the World of Tank Blitz game, and we will have a whole new light tank line in the French tag tree, starting from Tier 2 till Tier 8. And then it jumps to Tier 10. Where is the Tier 9? That's strange. Okay, let's have a look. France lights. Oh, here it is. Oh, here it is. The Badget Lyon 25T AP is the Tier 9, I thought so. That's also a medium tank, that's not a light tank, it's a medium tank. The light tanks stop at Tier 8. At Tier 8 with the 1390, that's the last light tank for the French. And then it goes to medium tank, Badget Lyon 25T AP and Badget Lyon 25T as the Tier 10 medium. Alright, so the R35 will be the Tier 2. We will have a look. The R35. I will put the fully upgraded parts on it, so we have a better view on the stats. So it's a Tier 2, the R35 is a Tier 2 vehicle with 300 HP of health. It has armor of 40-40-32 and turret armor of 40-40-40. I will show you the armor model, that will be better. So it's it's a well-armored vehicle for Tier 2. Remember the Type 64 we showed a bit earlier? The armor was max 25 millimeters on front and 19 and 12 millimeters on the sides. 19 the upper part, the upper half, and the lower half was 12 millimeters. And here we have a Tier 2 with 14 millimeters of armor, and it's also light tank. So 40 millimeters of armor. The turret, also the hull, and the sloped part is 25 millimeters. Also the sides are 40 millimeters. And the back is 32 millimeters. But the turret has also 40 millimeters. Okay. So that for the armor of that vehicle. Let's have a look at the model. And this is the vehicle itself. That's the R35 Tier 2 Light French Tech Tree. We will have those in update 4.2. It is very short gunny. If I recall correctly, it's the same gun as the Renault FT. Yes. Okay, let's have a look. It has a speed limit of 23 kilometers an hour forwards and backwards 12. A penetration of 48 with HP, 67 with premium ammo, and 24 with HE. And it does 40 HP of damage with AP, 35 with premium ammo, and 45 with HE. You can fire 17 rounds a minute, and it has an accuracy of 0.36 and an aiming time of 1.70 seconds. The suspension. The tank has a traverse speed of 30 degrees a second, and the turret has a traverse speed of 24 degrees a second. Right. So this is gone. It has a reload time of 3.5 seconds and an aim time of 1.7. We already said it. And a view range of turret view range of 220 meters. Again, those are all specifications that are from the super test server. So that can all change, that can still all change. Keep that in mind. And we have a gasoline engine with 82 horsepower. Okay. And a signal range of 750. Remember the Type 64 we showed earlier? That was a signal range of 1. I guess it also has to be 750. Alright, that's the Tier 2. Now we are going to Tier 3, the D1. The D1 is a Tier 3 light French tank. Nope. The D2 is also a level 2, Tier 2. Oh yes, but we had already some French light tanks in the game, isn't it? Okay, let's have a look at the game itself. So, come on. How are you all doing today, by the way? When I'm waiting, I'm going for a new cup of coffee. Be right back in a sec. So I'm back. Let's have a look at the tag tree, the French tag tree. Okay, we already have some A-light. We had the FT, that's the first French tank, of course, and the D1 is indeed the tank we already had in the game. And that's all. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. So the D2 isn't the tank we have to look at right now. So we are going back to. Alright, the D2 we don't have to do. The AMX 38, that's the new tier 3 French LT. We will give it the best gun, the best engine, the best tracks. So as you can see, we have 4 guns on this one. A tier 3 with 4 different guns, a 37mm, 25mm, and 2 47mm. And I want to know what's the difference between those two 47mm. That's all the same. The ammo capacity with the first gun is a bit more, 148 shells. The last gun, the top gun, has 120 shells ammo capacity. Reload time is better with last gun, from 4.1 to 3.40, and all the rest is accuracy slightly better, 0.42. The gun before had 0.46. Okay, the last gun is slightly better than the SA-34 gun. Alright, so level 3, tier 3, sorry, 400 HP of health, and it has the armor again. Let's have a look. Those French vehicles are well armored. Those low tier vehicles are very well armored. Let's have a look. So the lower plate has 60mm of armor. 60mm. Also the upper part of the hull and the turret has frontal 60mm. The sloped part here has 25mm, but it's sloped in 70 degrees, so actually it's 73mm effective armor. On the sides we have 40mm, the whole gun, the whole hull, sorry, and the turret also 40mm, except for that little spot here. It's a weak spot of 30mm of armor. And the back is the same story, so the hull as well as the turret has 40mm, but the turret has a very large weak spot on the back of 30mm instead of 40, and the other side is just the same. Let's have a look at the model. This is the AMX 38, guys. The AMX 38. With the change on the back. It's a tank, it's an SM tank, or what? Okay, this is the AMX 38. Okay, so the armor we already showed you guys. It has a penetration of 62 with the top gun, of course, and AP shells, 79 with premium ammo, and 24 with HE. And it does 60 HP of damage with AP, 50 with premium ammo, and 75 with HE. You can fire 17.65 shells a minute. It has an accuracy of 0.42, aiming time of 2.3 seconds, and a view range of 230 and a signal range of 360. The hull traverse speed is 32 degrees a second, and the turret traverse speed is 28 degrees a second. And it has a diesel engine with 160 horsepower, and that's good for 50 kilometers an hour forwards and 25. No, I'm wrong, you guys, I'm wrong. So that's good for 25 kilometers an hour forwards and 10 kilometers an hour backwards. That's the 38. Then we have the AMX, the ELC BIS, AMX ELC. In the PC version it's BIS, and the guys who also play World of Tank PC know what I'm talking about. It's a very fun, good light tank on tier 5-4 to play with. What am I saying? It's a tier 5, of course. The AMX. It's a very low profile light tank. It's very low profile. It goes rather fast, but in the PC version, in the past we had a restriction of the turret. The turret could only rotate 90 degrees left and 90 degrees right, and that was it. But alright, you had to play it a bit like TD. And it wasn't 90 degrees, I think it was only 45 degrees. So, okay, we have the tier 5. It has 660 HP. The armor, let's have a look at the armor model. The armor model, first the front. The lower plate has 25 millimeters. The upper plate, sloped upper plate, has 20 millimeters, but it's sloped in 80 degrees, so it's 115 millimeters of effective armor. And the same goes for the center of the turret. It's also 20 millimeters, but sloped. This is a slope part. Look, it's a slope part. So it's 30 millimeters effective armor. The sides are rather weak, 15 millimeters. The sides of the frontal side of the turret, I mean. So then we have the side of the turret and the back. No, the sides is 15 millimeters. That's not much, but again, it's a low profile vehicle. So the camo ratings are very good on this one. Also the sides of the hull, 15 millimeters and 10 millimeters. Oh my god. So 1-2 shots and you're dead. You have to be careful with this one. But then the gun is just the last gun. We have 3 guns on this one. The top gun does 170 penetration with AP, 248 with premium ammo, and 45 with HE. And the damage it does is just fantastic. 225 with AP, 190 with premium ammo, and 270 with HE. But you can only fire 4 shots a minute. And the accuracy is 0.40. Aiming time 0.70, and it has a view range of 240. Signal range of 750. Alright. It has a traverse speed of 30 degrees a second, and for the turret it's 44 degrees a second. But I'm just looking if there are restrictions here in the rotating of the turret, but that's not in the... No, I guess that's... I think it's the traverse arc. If I'm not mistaken, it's the traverse arc. The traverse arc is the degrees you can rotate the turret to the left and to the right. So we have minus 35 and plus 35. 35 to the left and 35 to the right. So also, just like in the PC version of the game, the turret only rotates 35 degrees to the left and 35 degrees to the right. So you will have to play this vehicle, like I said before, almost like a TD. I will have a look with another vehicle, just a random other vehicle. Let's have the T-44 and let's have a look at the gun traverse arc. Yeah, the traverse arc, okay, is the degrees to the left and the degrees to the right of the rotation of the turret. So here it's minus 180 and plus 180, so it's 360 degrees you can rotate. And for the French one, it's the French tier 5. Where it is, here it is. So like I said, it's 35 degrees to the left and 35 degrees to the right, that's all. And we have a gasoline engine in here, good for about 150 horsepower. And that brings the speed to a maximum of 65 kilometers an hour forwards and 23 backwards. This will be a well-played vehicle. In World of Tanks PC version, this vehicle is very loved, so I guess it will not be any different for World of Tank Blitz. And after the ELC AMX, we have the AMX 12 ton and the 12T. And we will give it the top configuration. Alright. So, first the model of the vehicle. Here you go, guys. Here you have the AMX 12 ton, the brand new French light tank tier 6 for update 4.2 of World of Tank Blitz. Believe me, in the PC version, I love playing those French vehicles. I love playing the TDs, I love playing the HTs, and I love playing the LTs. And the LTs are just terrific to play with. That's the AMX 12 ton. It's no difference. It's a very fun vehicle to play. On PC it has an autoloader, so I guess here we will have the same. You will see that in a few seconds. Alright, so let's have a look. Do we have an autoloader for this one, or don't we have? No. No autoloader for World of Tank Blitz. Nope. Aiming time, let's have a look. Reload 16 seconds. Yes, we have an autoloader. So, also here the MX-12T, we have a clip with 3 shells in it. For that 3 shells we have a reload time of 16 seconds. But we have an aim time of 1.5 seconds. So, in general, you can shoot 8.18 shells per minute with this thing. Right. This tier 6 has 900 HP. We will have a look at the armor model. Here's the armor model. First the front. Again, lower plate 50 millimeters. The upper sloped plate 40 millimeters. But it's 69 degrees sloped, so we have effective armor of 112. And the turret in the front 40 millimeters. The sides are rather paper, 20 millimeters. So that's not much. You have to pay attention with these French light tanks. Also the turret on the back 20 millimeters and the hull 15 millimeters. Alright, so we already talked about the gun. Okay. Also, this vehicle drives 65 kilometers an hour, and it has a penetration of 144 with AP shells, 202 with premium ammo, and 38 with HE. And it does 160 damage with AP shells, 135 with premium, and 175 with HE. It has a view range of 250 meters and a signal range of, it's all the same, 750. Then we have the traverse speed of the hull is 42 degrees a second, and for the turret it's 44 degrees a second. Like I said before, we have a turret that rotates 360 degrees, and we have a clip. So the AMX-12T is an autoloader, and we have 3 shells in a clip. And this vehicle has also the gasoline engine, and that's good for 275 horsepower. Alright. Yeah, streaming already, stop messing. Hello there, hello there. Mod test 1, 2, 3, 4. Received. I'm showing the new French light tanks for World of Tanks Blitz that are coming with the next update 4.2. The whole line is there from tier 2 until tier 10. But tier 9 and 10 aren't light tanks, but medium tanks, the Batchets. So, after the tier 6, we have the tier 7, the AMX 1375. Again, I will start with the 3D model. Here we have the 3D model of the vehicle, the AMX 57. Maybe I can do it like this, then you have, ooh, that's not what I wanted. Give me that vehicle, thank you. And rotate. Oh no. Hehe. Okay, that will not work in a small screen, okay. Okay, the 1375, it has 1000 HP of health. And now we will go see the armored model. Again, the lower part of the hull in front has 50 millimeters of armor. The upper plate 40 millimeters, and also the turret in the front has 40 millimeters. The sides are again paper, 20 millimeters, as well the hull as well as the turret. The same goes for the back of the turret, 20 millimeters, and the hull 15 millimeters. Only 15 millimeters. So again, I have to say, you have to pay attention what you will do with those French light tanks. Most of them are just paper vehicles, except for the tier 2 and tier 3. Okay, so let's have a look at the gun. Or first, the speed limits. Also, this vehicle drives 62 kilometers an hour forwards and 23 backwards. It does 144 pen with AP shells, 202 with premium ammo, 38 with HE, and it does 160 damage with AP, 135 with premium ammo, and 175 with HE. You can shoot 11.61 shells per minute and a very good accuracy of 0.36 with an aiming time of 1.5 seconds. That is really not bad. We have a traverse speed for the hull of 42 degrees a second, and for the turret it's 50 degrees a second. Also, this vehicle has a clip, of course, it's an autoloader, and it's a clip of 3 shells, and that gives you a reload time of 11.5 seconds when the clip is empty. And after the tier 7 we have the tier 8, and that's the last light tank, the AMX 1390. First we will have a look at the 3D model. So this is the AMX 1390. Those French LTs are all looking alike. That's the vehicle. And now we will have a look at the armored model. Here we have the armored model. So once again, the lower plate has 50 millimeters, the upper plate has 40 millimeters, and also the turret has 40 millimeters. But then again, the upper plate has a 65 degree sloped angle, so the effective armor is 95. The sides are paper again, 20 millimeters, the hull as well as the turret. The same goes for the back of the turret, 20 millimeters, and the hull 15. So it's the same as with the tier 7. Okay, this vehicle drives 64 kilometers an hour forwards, 23 backwards. It has a 170 penetration with AP, and that is good for 225 damage, average damage, of course. It has a 248 pen with premium ammo, and that's good for 190 average damage. And it has a pen of 45 with HE shells, and that's good for 270 average damage. Here you can fire 7.83 shots a minute. It has an accuracy of 0.38, aiming time of 1.70. And again, here we have an autoloader, so we have a clip of 3 shells, and it gives you a reload time of 17 seconds. So you attack the enemy, empty your clip, and get out of there as quick as possible. Also, the turret rotates 360 degrees. All vehicles rotate at 360 degrees except for the AMX ALC. And then I'm talking about the light tanks, of course. And as I said, the tier 9, we have the Bachatillon, the Bachat 25TAP. Oh, and in Blitz it's a light tank. And the tier 10. Oh man! Okay, in World of Tanks Blitz they will classify it as light tanks. In the PC version, those two are medium tanks and not light tanks. Okay. So the Bachatillon 25T AP is a light tank in Blitz. We will take the top configuration. First I will show you guys the 3D model. This is the Bachat 25T AP. So the tier 9 French light. It's strange that for World of Tanks Blitz they say it's a light tank and not a medium tank. But okay. Blitz isn't the same as the PC version. That's a 3D model. Now we will have a look at the armor model. The front. The lower plate has 25mm armor, the upper plate 30mm, and the turret in the front 25 at most places. Just that little part here has 70mm of armor just below the gun. Okay, the sides of the vehicle has 25mm. Except for this part has 20mm. Also the turret has 25mm on the sides. And the back of the vehicle has 20mm for the hull, lower plate as well as upper plate. And the turret has 25mm of armor. And that part here, that's also the turret, has 30mm of armor. I think, what's the proper name for those turrets? Oscillating I think? Oscillating turrets? Alright. Now, some numbers. So this vehicle drives 65 kilometers an hour forwards. It has a penetration of 232, and that's good for 310 average damage with AP shells. 263 pen with premium ammo, and that's good for 260 damage. We have 50 pen with HE, and that's good for 350 average damage. You can fire 6.67 shells a minute. We have an accuracy of 0.36 and an aiming time of 2.10. Again, this one is an autoloader, and we will have 3 shells in a clip and a reload time when the clip is empty of 18 seconds. Again, you go into a fight, empty your clip and get out as soon as possible. We have a traverse speed of the hull of 49 degrees a second, and for the turrets it's 36 degrees a second. Also, this turret rotates 360 degrees. And it has an engine, a gasoline engine, and that's good for 575 horsepower. And last but not least, we have in the PC version, at least the well-known Bachatillon 25T, the Bachat 25T, and this is the model. It's a very nice tank to play with, the Bachat. In the PC version, the Bachat is also the tank that when you watch the Wargaming.net leak, you will see a lot of Bachat 25s. We will have a look at the armor model. What the fuck is wrong with this website? Okay. So, the lower plate has 50 millimeters of armor, the upper plate 60 millimeters, but it's sloped at 68 degrees, so we have 160 millimeters of effective armor. The turret, we have two parts. The upper part has 50 millimeters of armor, and the lower part has 70 millimeters of armor. The sides of the vehicle, the hull has 40 millimeters of armor, and the turret 30 millimeters for the upper part. And this is a mistake. 0 millimeters isn't possible. That's a mistake. Alright, and the back of the vehicle 30 millimeters for the lower plate of the hull, upper plate only 15 millimeters, and the back of the turret has also only 15 millimeters of armor. That is it for the armor of the Bachat 25T. Let's have a look at the penetration, but I have to take the top gun of 105 millimeters. Alright. So we have a penetration of 240 with AP, 295 with premium ammo, and 53 with HE. The average damage is 310 with AP, 260 with premium ammo, and 380 with HE. Sometimes I want to say things in Dutch because I'm a Belgian, and I have to talk in English, so then you get 310 instead of 310. Sorry for that. We have a rate of fire of 7.50 shots a minute with an accuracy of 0.36 and an aim time of 1.70. This gun is also an autoloader, and we have a clip of 3, and it gives you a reload time of 15 seconds. Alright, and also this turret rotates 360 degrees. So we only have one French light vehicle that has a restriction on his turret rotation, and that's the Tier 5 AMX ELC that only rotates 35 degrees to the left and 35 degrees to the right. So these were all 10 new light French vehicles we will encounter in update 4.2. Again, all this info you can find on